So I decided to make this video ever since this situation happened to me back in high school, and it still has plagued my mind to this day, and I figured why not make a video talking about it. So without further ado, let's begin. It was the summer of 2013. I was a sophomore in high school, and during the summertime it was finals week at my high school. So for the past few days, all the students either studied, took their tests, or either hang around in the classroom until their room was called. Also on that note, may I just say that if you had no friends to hang around with or talk to after your finals and having to wait for your homeroom to be called wherever you were stationed at, then you were SOL, and it sucked so bad not having friends to talk to during that waiting period. People normally talk about what they're going to do during their summer break. A lot of people go to the beach, or some people go out of state, but for me there was only one thing that mattered, the one thing that I look forward to every summer, and to this day I still look forward to, and that year was E3 2013.
Downside being that, nope, can't think of anything. This is pretty freaking awesome.
Because now I'm going to play it on the go. I'm going to be able to come back up next time and kick your ass.
If you've already purchased the Champions of Your map pack, you'll be able to access this new map in-game today. From it, you will earn a new playable character named Micaiah, and can also earn a special skill. Thank you, Mr. Iwata, and hi everyone. This is Bill from the Nintendo Treehouse.
Great, Bill, you're fired.
And that year was the golden age of E3 for both Nintendo and PlayStation, with games announced such as Bayonetta 2, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Pokemon X and Y, which was my whole junior year of high school, but that's a story for another time, Infinite Second Son, and Kingdom Hearts 3. And again, these games were announced in 2013 and scheduled to be released a year after, but before I could even watch the live stream, because I was still in my finals, just wrapping everything up and waiting for my classroom to be called. Now while you're waiting, there are only two things you can do during your finals, either talk to your friends or sit around in boredom until you pass out, but for me I had my Nintendo 3DS. Now the only game I had for my 3DS at the time was Fire Emblem Awakening, so I decided to take that along with me from my last finals test. So after a millennium has passed and after taking my test, I whipped out my 3DS and started playing Fire Emblem Awakening. While I was playing, two people that I was cool with watched me play through the game as well while I was completing a mission, and then out of nowhere this girl, we'll call her Zach for this video, but Zach comes out of nowhere and asks me, "What are you doing?" And I respond to her, "Oh, nothing, just playing a game." Then she asked me, "What game is it called?" And I told her, "Oh, it's called Fire Emblem for the 3DS." And she leans over, looks at my screen, and before she walks away she stops and said, "Nerd." And what's funny looking back at that situation, she asked me, she came around my area wondering what I was doing, and of course, you know, me minding my own business. And as I tell this story, you know, she wasn't just, you know, friendly, jokingly called me a nerd or nothing. No, like, she actually, like, glared at me with, like, her eyebrows pointed at me, like, straight up anger, just hatred in her heart, just had no fucks to give about me. Meanwhile, this bitch is built like King K. Rool looking Kangas Kong looking ass head ass bitch. But anyway, that aside, while at the time it didn't bother me, because at my high school I had a few homegirls that I hanged out with that also had 3DSs and liked anime as well, so we could all relate to each other around that time. But her saying that really stuck out to me, and the reason why I came up with this video is because throughout my entire experience through middle school, if you mentioned or brought up that you were into anime, then any of your classes that you would say that in would look at you as the class clown. Unless you watch Naruto, then at that point nobody really cared or paid attention, because in 2005 everybody watched that show, or at least had some type of excitement towards it in my middle school. But if it was any other anime or anything outside of Naruto, then you were looked at the class clown, or, you know, just someone that no one would really hang out with you with because you watched anime at my middle school. But going back to my high school yet again, anime was a little bit more accepted in 2013 in my high school, but it's a simple notion that nowadays people find it cool or popular to like nerd culture or pop culture media, and I've seen a lot of people and celebrities say things like, "Yeah man, it's cool to be a nerd and different, and being normal is overrated." I'm just like, nigga, where were you shooting me in the gym when I was getting made fun of in middle school for liking this shit? I had to keep on the low unless someone else approached me saying that they also like the same entertainment and media that I did. But other than that, I kept to myself, nigga. The fuck? Where were you at? So now the biggest question for this video is, what is nerd culture, and does it determine you as a person? And from my experience, I don't think it does. Liking anything does not determine your personality. Liking anything such as anime, games, or manga, or anything that has to do with pop culture does not define you or make you less of a human being or make you less of a normal person than anybody else in this world. Look, what we enjoy as entertainment is just entertainment. It also pisses me off when celebrities make such statements as nerd culture is fun and being different is cool. Statements like that, along with turning people down just for what they like outside of live action series, is the reason why people like me and many others out there hide from what they enjoy, so that way they don't get made fun of or get turned down by many other people to be looked at differently for no reason. But with me liking such media as anime and manga, I've met the most amazing people and have fun with the most outstanding personalities that I have ever experienced. And may I just say that with me liking such media as anime, manga, or any pop culture entertainment that you may enjoy out there, that I've truly met the most outstanding people I have met in my life, and that I wouldn't trade that for the world, and that I'm absolutely grateful and blessed for the experience that I've had with meeting such people that like the same interests as me. And if you're watching this video and if you also find similar interests that I like, then I thank you too. And for all my friends at high school that I went to school with, thank you for making my life so much better. And without you, I wouldn't be here today.
It's time to talk about my least favorite kind of person, bullies.
All you have to do is give us your money and we'll let you go home.
We've all dealt with a bully at some point.
I've never seen such a pathetic sight.
Even the bully was once the one being bullied.
Word is somebody we all know and love got their butt handed to them.
They want to break you down emotionally and sometimes physically. And when that happens, you've got two choices: to persevere and become stronger,
I said stop!
or believe those guys and let them win.
People think I'm a pain, but they can judge me all they want. I don't care.
Here's the essential truth about bullies. Believe it or not, they're scared of you. For real. They're terrified of anyone who doesn't fit their mold, who has their own ideas, who's unique. And that, my friend, is the best kind of person to be.
Don't let these guys get you down, girl!
So remember, being unique doesn't mean being alone.
You guys are a bunch of weirdos.
Because it's true what they say. Living well is the best revenge.
You have gotten stronger.
So keep up the good work and tell them Tom sent you.